Hey, Steeler Nation, welcome back to Steelers Realm Podcast. I'm one of the hosts here, JT, and it's time to dig into the loss to the Bengals, 1-1 in the division. But we're going to talk about it tonight, so we hope you'll join us right here and pull up an iron. Let's chat about it. Stick around. Here we go.
Welcome to the Steelers Realm Podcast. And now, here are the boys of Steelers Realm.
Hey, welcome in, guys. My man, the famous TA and producer, joining us tonight. Welcome, guys, to the Steelers Round Podcast. A Bengals Steelers Round 1 edition post game. So, man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Sure different from Victory Monday, getting your ass beat Monday, kind of in a way. That's what our defense just did. 33-31, and it wasn't that close either. TA, how's it going, brother?
Man, I don't know. I'm thinking it's mishap Monday, mystery Monday, woe is me Monday. I just can't understand how we're sitting here on a Monday getting ready to talk about this game and this loss.
It makes you almost not want to.
No, because it is the narrative of this is just unbelievable to me right now. I'm just having a really hard time digesting this game, and I've had 5 days to do it. JT,
I know that's the killer about Thursday, and then you're thinking, oh my God, we can't even have anything wash this down until next Sunday night. So, hey, Andre, shout out to you too, brother. You come in to mourn with us a little bit. We're gonna kick.
It's Misery Monday. Misery Monday.
Misery Monday. I like it. Good job, producer.
yeah,
That's why we pay you the big
Monday.
bucks, buddy.
There you go, misery Monday.
Misery money. So sure was miserable seeing our defense get beat, man.
What defense? I don't think they showed up for the game.
God, what a difference from a week. Well, what?
4 days.
4 days. All right. Let's not make that a big.
What happened?
Yeah. It was like they shut their wad against the Browns and forgot. Oh, that's right. We got to play Cleveland. Little did they know
Well, and the thing that gets
that
me-
things may turn around completely on their face when Joe Flacco got traded from the Browns to the Bengals in the division, and then Tomlin had the audacity to get on there and say, well, they must know more than we do because we can't figure out why somebody would trade a quarterback that they perceived as their starter within the division to a division rival. And boy, did that turn out to be a great move on the Bengals. Huh? How about it?
Well, maybe even the Browns to go ahead and stymie the Steelers. They're a division foe. I mean, you go from stopping the NFL's number one rusher to unable to stop the NFL's worst rusher.
Really? The guy has no, excuse me.
Oh yeah, they said during the game, Chase Brown had been hit on over half of his attempts behind the line of scrimmage. He was getting past our line 4 yards out before we even made contact on him.
Right. He was averaging like 57 yards a game.
Yeah. He was hitting that second level like now. Boom. There's the gap. Everybody got manhandled. Seemed like each of our front four had two people guarding them. Were they able to clog and open up that lane? They just off tackle.
I'm not even sure you call it manhandle. You'd have to have men out there playing on that line first to be manhandle. They were throwing children around.
Man, it,
I
words
mean,
words can't really kind of put that into context. That's why we do this, so we can try to figure it out together with you guys, Andre.
our D line was getting thrown around like rag dolls out there. I didn't think our D line showed up that game.
Look, I'm pretty sure Raggedy Ann and Andy could have held up a lot tougher than this defense did on Thursday.
Oh man. Well, listen, before we get into the deets that what pissed us off and our thoughts on it, excuse me. Let me just throw a little something out there. Producer brought it to our attention tonight. I don't know if you still have it or not, but one of the funniest things during a touchdown celebration was Broderick Jones came over, and I don't know.
Oh gosh! Oh, don't tackle me! Look at that! Come on!
Celebration was short-lived.
Yeah, that was short-lived. So I don't know if he thought he was just jumping on his back and celebrating or not. You know, realize a 350-pound guy is going to take down a 220-pound quarterback unexpectedly. God, could have hurt him.
Look, I just want to throw this out because that might have been the best tackle the Steelers had all night. Maybe Broderick
Oh.
needs to go on the defensive line.
Oh
Do
my!
you think he can?
You're
play,
right.
Do you think he can play both ways?
That's a good one, TA. The crowd applauds.
Go. Speaking of tackles, our defense was not in the business of tackling. You want to guess how many tackles they missed?
I don't know. All of them.
242. All of them.
The important one.
It was only a grand total of 14. 3 of which came from Darius Slay, 4 by Patrick Queen. Both guys who refused to tackle. Tough night.
Yeah. Well, hey, while we're there, let's just get all that stuff out of the way. Let's talk about who's stomping who's drinking wine after that. But there's definitely some that got kicked out of the barrel and stomping grapes. And definitely there's an example. Darius Slay had a bad night.
That might even be generous.
Yeah. And I mean, seeing it, if you guys open your phone, I mean, you just see it everywhere about Slay. Just like a lot of criticism on age on our defensive backs after this week.
How old is Slay again? 45, 47? You're going to have to remind me.
Yeah. He's what, 33, 34?
Yeah, it was tough to watch, man. He was getting burnt so bad.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good point, Andre. When was the last time you saw any team score 31 points and ended up losing the game? Yeah, no. Well, definitely it falls on the defense. When your team scores 31 points, you should win the game. I don't know what the median score in the NFL is, but what was the over-under? 46.5?
Oh yeah,
42.5
and they just burnt that. And to Andre's point, I mean, the last time the Steelers did that was in 2018 against the New Orleans Saints, where we lost 35-32. And let's also not forget about a playoff game against Jacksonville, where we rang it up to 40 points and lost the damn game.
Yeah,
I was trying to forget about that one.
This kind of seems like this is a Tomlin MO here. You know what I mean? How many times has a coach rang up 30 plus points and can't win a game?
Well, you know what? There certainly has been a lot of finger pointing this week. And I mean, you know, it always hurts worse when you're out. This is my favorite baseball term. You slide in, oh man, my knee hurts. Oh yeah, you were out. Yeah, it always hurts worse when you're out. And this one hurts too, especially being a divisional foe and how it all went down. But you know, the fingers point at the coaching, the fingers point at the defensive backs, the fingers. You can point the fingers at just about anywhere on this team, including penalties. That was one of my biggest pet peeves. And I think the refs should be out of the barrel on this one, only because they're very untimely, unnecessary, point swinging moments with some crucial penalties. That was In some cases, kind of bullshit. In some cases, let's just call it unfair or unequally called across the board, across the league.
I mean, there
AKA
was one
the
play,
push offside.
touch push offside. That one was brutal.
That
Was he
pretty
offside? Yeah, he was offside.
false start.
But so is every single team that does that if you watch it, and not just one player. If you watch the Eagles highlights, and I've even had Eagles fans comment saying, like, yeah, we pretty much are offsides every time, but as long as they don't call it, they're not offside, right?
But it's the Eagles, and everybody's so used to them doing it, and it's their staple, so they get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some bad calls by the refs. I mean, there's one play where Pat Fryman was walking off the sideline, going up after the play, 2 yards off the sideline, and then he just go bam, he gets hit to his side.
2 yards out of bounds. Boom. Oh, he just bumped into him.
Or
He just tripped on the bench.
Yeah, just some Bengals fans' responses. No, he just bumped into you guys are a bunch of crybabies.
Or how about the fact that Warren went ahead and scored a touchdown, and only for it to be called back because of a holding play? And then it wasn't like, almost 10, 15 minutes later that Chase scores a touchdown, long run. And you go back and you look at the replay, and there was a couple holds on that one too by George. But I guess they just
Certainly was.
weren't seen.
Yeah. Not on that particular play.
No.
But on the 7-point swinging, well, let's say 4 points there.
At least 6 points.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way,
8-point swing there.
I said Chase Brown scored. He didn't score on that one. That was this long run at 37, though.
Yeah.
My apologies.
That was a field position changer.
Yes, a huge field position changer. Yeah.
Game changing play. I thought you were going to bring up the some of the OPIs versus DPIs. Like there's one where Chase Clay pushed off and they called it a DPI for some reason.
Right on Jalen Ramsey. I mean, you
on
literally
that was a touchdown catch too.
It was, and you literally see the extension and throws him off of balance, and he didn't get that call. Then there was another one, even the one, the game catching cincher against T. Higgins, pushed off on that one as he came around as well too. That one didn't get called. There was a couple of plays that were just, I don't know, guys.
Yeah, but yet JPJ kind of caught his hand on a piece of a jersey for a split second, and it's DPI.
It was the same way with Jalen. The one he had his arm, and granted, every DB has their hand on the side of their side, right around their hip. Now, you see some that will call it if they like twist them or turn them, put them off path,
redirect them.
Thank you, JT. But if they're just sitting there as a guide and it doesn't interfere, is that pass interference? Especially when the wide receiver is just as handsy as what he is. Why is it on the defense?
Yeah, why is it just a no call and they were fighting for the ball? Both the receiver and the defender have the same right to the ball.
Yeah, I don't. It just
none can impede the other's ability to catch the ball with you know what I mean by contact.
There was a lot of impeding going on.
A lot of impeding going on,
according to all the flags,
and a lot of it looking the other way. Well, that particular crew is known for throwing a lot of flags to begin with. How about we just throw them evenly for both teams?
And did you also, I think the flags thrown against Pittsburgh, I needed to look at this again, but I had caught that we had 10 of them in the first half, but in the second half, it was only down to 2 or something like that.
Oh, was it?
They took a little time off or something, or the game was where they didn't need to call them. I'm not quite sure I understood that either.
I love that statement. It wasn't when they needed to call them.
Yes, it wasn't when they needed to call them. That's exactly what I said.
Well, listen, Steeler Nation, we're going to be building on that. Trust me. For some of you analytic people out there, I challenge you to go out and take a look at that crew and dig deep into the history of that crew, the history of the teams they officiated, and the questionable calls and the amount of flags thrown for particular teams against other teams. Let me just tease that up there. So too bad DJ wasn't on tonight. He would take that challenge on. He'd probably know it already. But yeah, anyhow, there was some tough stuff to watch, and it was like nothing went our way. It was just one of those nights. And you know what? To Tomlin's fault, the defense didn't have any splash, which is what Tomlin's teams need to do to win football games.
Well,
I mean, the biggest problem I saw was Flacco got the ball in like 2.2 seconds. So our pass rush, which is the biggest part of our defense, couldn't impact the play and make those splash plays.
Well, not when you're not aggressively rushing after them and just kind of sitting there taking up bodies, hoping that
yeah, we
your
sat back, did nothing all
backfield
day.
and your linebackers are going to cover.
Well, they did. Patrick Queen did nothing all day.
Well, it seemed like everybody got burnt. It seemed like nobody was in a position. I mean, matter of fact, since we're talking about out of the barrel, pull up that little stat we found about Chase.
Jeez. Well, here we go.
Yeah.
He did. He had a good game, I think.
You think he had a good game?
He wanted me in my fantasy league at least.
So here's the thing that gets me about this. Looking at this, Jamar Chase caught a career high 8 passes for 76 yards and a TD against man coverage. But now wait, there's more. He also had 8 passes for 85 yards against zone in the same game. No player has gained 75 yards against both coverage types in any game this season. So here you did have at least Pittsburgh trying to throw everything at them and were unsuccessful. And it didn't matter if it was JPJ on him. It didn't matter if it was Jalen on him, if it was Slay on him. It didn't matter if it was Queen on him. We could have went ahead and put Boz on him, and it probably wouldn't have made a difference.
I mean, it was not only that we couldn't cover him, but we also couldn't get him to the ground. I mean, he had 97 yards after the catch even. Like, we just didn't hold up. I mean, we had, man on man, one guy on him the whole game. That did not work, especially against the Triple Crown winner from last year. It was just a horrible game plan.
He was literally unstoppable against this Steeler defense, the way they were prepared to and the way they executed on defense.
And Jamar said it all. He said, we knew exactly what they were going to do. Like, this is like the second or third year in a row now we've heard from Cincinnati. We knew exactly what they were going to do. Really?
Yeah, is that their rhetoric, or I mean, is there something to that? You know what I mean?
That's a good question, JT. Evidently Tomlin's not reading the paper or something, because he's really just been outsmarted, man. He really has.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if you saw this tweet. It was a joke on Twitter. Flacco said he was able to know what Tomlin's going to do because Tomlin hasn't changed his defense since Flacco was on the Ravens.
Well, probably not too far off. He just like the Titanic moving the chairs around on the deck.
Yeah. Well, here's something else that I thought that was interesting, because it seems like the NFL is becoming all about storylines, right? Storylines, this storyline, that storyline. Well, how about this
Exactly, dude.
storyline?
Exactly.
The fact that Aaron Rodgers come and in a Steelers uniform beats Ben Roethlisberger for number 5 on the all-time passing yards list.
Yeah, right. Right.
Isn't that just some kind of storyline there? Or how about this? How about Joe Flacco in a Cincinnati Bengals uniform becomes the second quarterback to have the same amount of wins against the Pittsburgh Steelers? And oh, by the way, did I tell you who that quarterback was who used to have it? Old Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Ken Anderson.
We remember him. He was a quarterback's coach too, and in his post player career.
I mean, are you telling me that these two coincidental stats just appeared out of nowhere? That they just the NFL gods or the football gods said, "By God, this would be a great day for these records to go ahead and be beat and or matched. Let's pair them up. Let's make this happen."
Oh, we got
you're going to have fun with this segment here, but yeah.
You want to hear what Freight Train's saying?
Oh, he's here. Hey, what's up, Freight Train?
Rumor has it Saratoga has a new cheese coming out called Steel D cheese. It's got more holes than its predecessor Swiss.
Oh my! You've been on too many cheesehead sites.
Well, and just speaking of cheese, guess who we get to go play this weekend?
Oh, right.
His
old buddy.
Rogers' former team.
Oh, I know. I mean, I can't imagine how many Swiss holes we're going to have jokes about this by the time this is over.
Well, that's just one of many examples that the NFL has tried to draw a parallel. Let's face it, boys and girls, NFL's job is to make money drawing viewers in, right? So if one team, and I'm going to go straight here, if one team is dominating a division 4 games ahead of everybody else who they thought were going to be the darlings of the AFC North, we can't have that. All of a sudden, we're going to lose a quarter or a sixth of our viewership because they're not going to care about them or them or them when these guys are 5-1. You know what I mean? All of a sudden now they're 4-2. And this one's 3-3. Now we've got it's back.
Now it's back. Got chaos.
NFL, Earth and Moon are beginning to align again based on this year's plan.
Right.
And
the plan of mediocrity. Right. Everybody's on a level playing field.
Right. We got to get it up there.
And how about the level playing field with TJ Watt and Cam Hayward coming out there in the beginning when we were up 10-0 with a half a sack each, and I was like, "Oh, these Steeler leaders, look how good they are in this defense," and they combined for a sack, and then Canal Button went ahead and got a sack, and then after that, you know what? Where'd those guys go? They just disappeared. They were gone.
They went for a little water break.
They went for a water break and never came back. I mean, Herbig led the team. You remember Herbig, the guy who comes in to substitute, with a whole whopping 3 pressures.
I do want to know he only played like half the snaps. So.
Yeah, his snaps were cut way back. Why? Because they were trying to stop the run and putting Highsmith in? We can see how good that worked. What did they rack up on us?
Over
146 yards, was it? Or 142? 142 yards.
And you know what? It's not even that much that hurts so bad is that like there were crucial runs at crucial times. They delivered not just first downs, but big gains. I mean, it was.
Well, and here's this. How about this? TJ Watt had 1 tackle. 1 tackle.
Really?
And half a sack. Now, weren't we told that we're going to move TJ around so they can't, team up on him? And then we go ahead and Alex Highsmith, you want to guess how many tackles he had? And wasn't the ball running his way? So you'd think he'd have a lot more tackles, right?
What do you have, like 3?
3 tackles.
3 tackles.
3 tackles.
Let's go.
But here's the one that's more surprising, man. Patrick Queen. I mean, Patrick's led us this year in a lot of tackles. 4 tackles. 4 tackles. You want to know who led the team in tackles? And we've said this time and time again. When your secondary is leading in tackles, it's a bad day at the office. Deshaun Elliott with 9 tackles.
That doesn't. Yep, that does not surprise me.
And at least Cole Holcomb came in for 7. Peyton Wilson had 6, and Jalen had 6. There's your top tackle performers. Now, that's not a lot of tackles when you look at what we've been doing. This is how bad it was for Cincinnati to go ahead and roll up on us and put down what how much did they do? Like 400 yards all total?
470 actually.
470 yards. There you go.
Yeah. They killed us.
470 yards. 342 by Flacco.
Jeez. He looked like he was in his prime again.
Yeah. And you're right. You're right, Freight Train. Our 2 stars that got new contracts need to show up, and they didn't show up.
Well, TA producer, I've always said that when you need an all-star play, you got to turn to your all-stars, and we needed some all-star splash, man. We got very little.
Got Filch, nada.
Very little.
We got
On
a
the
lot,
defensive
man.
side. Defensive side. Now we did have some kudos for before everybody goes to sleep, wah wah wah, and wiping their tears too, like we are too. I mean, with some highlights of this game. I mean, let's face it, scoring 31 points.
Did you know Pat Frymouth is on the team, by the way?
That's right. He did. He made an appearance. And wasn't it not 1, but 2 touchdowns?
There we go. Including the 68-yard bomb to get us back in the game. And if our defense had showed up, it could have been the game-winning touchdown as well.
It was nice seeing Muth back out there on the field. And in Cincinnati, hearing them holler their name.
Yeah.
Muth.
Yeah.
So it was very, very nice.
Okay. However, I'm going to throw this out there. That final touchdown, did we score too early, boys? Apparently so.
I said this as soon as we scored.
How many 8-yard out routes does it take for Cincinnati to get within field goal position?
Well, when you go ahead and your special teams can't stop them before they reach the 35-yard line, it doesn't take many. It's about 4 plays, JT.
2 first downs, and you're in field goal range nowadays.
Yeah, and it was like the clock was ticking in slow motion too. It's like, what? That only took 2 seconds, and they're 8 yards down the field. Like, oh my God.
Well, Flacco could have done that blindfolded. He knew Chase was going to be on the sideline every single play wide open.
Yeah.
But at the same time, for everything that we're talking about here, I mean, it was 31-30 when we gave the ball back to Cincinnati.
That's right.
It really was. We were winning this game again. Somehow we miraculously, because here's the other thing too we didn't talk about. 2 interceptions that Rodgers threw, that resulted in 10 points. Let's be real.
Yeah, there's 10 more. There's 10 more, right?
Yep. We didn't win.
You're flipping points.
You got it. We didn't win the turnover battle in here. But to know that with 2 minutes left to go, you still had a chance to win. All we ask the defense is 1 3-and-out stop. You've had all game at this point in time to know what they're doing, and you know what they're going to do, and you couldn't stop it.
I wonder who they're going to throw the ball to. I wonder. But
should have put Broderick on defense. At least
I agree.
Tackling people.
Yeah. See, look,
including his own quarterback.
Ray Train, I had the same comment. He can be on defense. The best tackle. And here's another thing, we could talk about. I know we went into that push tush and we talked a little bit about it a minute ago, but Jalen Warren had a phenomenal game.
He really did.
And
he's solid.
It gets overshadowed by this loss.
It does.
I mean, he had 127 yards? Is that what he ended up having all total?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it got overshadowed, including the 37-yard long was 37-yard, and then how long was the touchdown that got called back? Was that like almost 48 yards?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Look at the game changers, guys, the whole way through this game.
there was a lot of them, JT.
Should have been a blowout, guys.
Yeah.
The
It's
other
just,
way.
yeah, it should have been the other way. I mean, and here's the other thing. We can't even talk about how great our red zone offense is. We're 4-5, or we went 4-5 in this last game in the red zone.
Oh, yeah. And that's
Dude.
something we're not used to. And you know what? I'm going to stand by Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna, that was terrible interception, the first one, but the one that got taken out of DK's hands and he fell to the ground and it fell. I don't know. When you go back and look at that again, I'm surprised that didn't get overturned and said no, that was just an incomplete pass on that. So I'm not going to hang that on Rodgers there. That was and for that, like DK to give up on that fight, I think he just thought that ball was out of play. And
I think he got jacked up by the safety who came in out of nowhere and hit him like when he was in defenseless position anyway. So it's kind of a weird play.
I don't know. We want to talk about DK. I felt he gave up a couple of them. I think that one bomb that was an interception that looked like it was thrown over. I went back and looked at that several times. He gave up on that route. And then he realized that he had the ball thrown to him and couldn't react to it. But the one that gets me the most is the old man threw a 70-yard Hail Mary. And DK had the inside path at the goal line. He's 6'5". The next tallest guy, which was the one who went ahead and batted it down, was 6'1". And DK never ever really made an attempt to high point that ball and muscle it down. That could have been a remarkable way to end that game.
You know what? I mean, we wrapped it up like literally we're like, we're done. We pretty much turned around and walked upstairs. Buddy West was over for that game. And well, we scored a lot of touchdowns and field goals, so we had a few shots along the way. So, but by that point, we're like, oh man, we were just completely deflated and did not even see it. Did not even see the Hail Mary attempt.
Yeah, you need to go back and you need to watch it because he had the inside track to that, and he half-assed put a hand up there like, look at me, Teach. I almost got it, only for it to be knocked down. And to me, if he was tracking that ball and would have at least jumped to high spot it, he's coming down in that pile like, what do they call those body surfers at a concert?
Body surfers.
Body surfers.
Yeah.
But that's all right. But I guess overall, guys, I mean, I'm glad we ended up this with a positive with drinking wine because there was some positive. 30 points, 4-5 in the red zone. You know, Muth is back.
Muth back.
I mean, we're still seeing this team grow and develop, but it's just sad that it was overshadowed by a remarkable game that Jamar Chase had. And let's face it, that's why he's one of the best in the NFL right now.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
You know? And then don't forget, we always seem to have a way of making T. Higgins look good twice a year too.
Oh yeah. And don't you remember how much talk there was in the off season about trying to get him?
Right.
He was still one of those names that kept popping up.
Yep. And it didn't happen, but that's okay. That's all right. I don't know, man. Have we talked about all of this, or we're still going to be miserable some more?
I don't know. I tell you what, the good thing about this though, TA, is that we have to wait till Sunday night. Is that we have time for the stink to wear off and get rejuvenated again.
You have time to go out drinking before the game.
Yeah, man. I mean, man, what's tease Thursday night? We're going to come on and talk about the upcoming game against Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers' former team.
Excited.
Yeah.
We've got the gauntlet coming up. We got the Chargers, Colts, and Packers all next 3 games.
But yeah, this was an embarrassment to the Steelers, and I think they're going to make some corrections. They're going to have to soul search a little bit and come back. Going to have to come back stronger. There's absolutely too much talent on this team for them to not to get beat that bad. So, I look for them to rebound on this. Sunday night prime time. What's their record Sunday night prime time, TA? Much better than Thursday.
Oh, it's a lot better than 2-9. That's for sure.
Yeah. So, yeah. And we're home. We're back home again. It's going to be electric there. I've been to Sunday night games, and they are phenomenal.
Don't
Absolutely
forget the
phenomenal.
new uniforms, too. We're going to get
That's
to see.
Right. It's throwback uni night.
Throwback uni night. So, yeah. So, there you go. We talked about the NFL and their storylines. Here it comes. Steelers, 10 days off. Mike Tomlin's record on prime time is this, that, and the other.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, we're going to have their... Right, we're gonna have our throwback uni night, and this is it's all just piling up for a great big. We'll forget about this game next week.
Yeah. We'll have more to talk about Thursday night, so we'll see you guys then, gentlemen. It's been a lot of fun, man. Despite the loss, always fun to get together with you guys and our friends out there.
Absolutely,
Great Train, Andre.
Yep.
Appreciate you guys. Larry stopped in personally today.
Nice.
Yeah. Don't hang your heads too low, guys.
Yeah,
It's
no.
still a long season, man.
That's why we play the game.
It
Some
is
win,
why we
some
love it.
lose.
Absolutely.
Don't worry, we're still 4-2, leading the AFC North.
That's right. We're still in the lead. Joe Flacco is not going to have that kind of success against every single team. There's a reason why this Cincinnati team was coming limping into this game. This was their Super Bowl, guys, just like the Browns last year.
Yeah, because I figure after this, Joe's going back to 1-4.
Yeah, probably. He'll probably get benched too. I didn't really want to. We didn't have time for it tonight, but I definitely want to get into some of the situation going on around the league regarding the Steelers and compensatory picks. So we'll get more into that. TA and I are digging up some stuff on that. So maybe around the league, we'll dig into that segment Thursday night on some of those thoughts there too. The quarterbacks, we've sent five players out there, and other than one, there's a lot of compensatory picks that are in kind of flux depending on what these other players do, how much time they play. So
actually, there's only 2, JT. 3 of them are already basically going to be benched, and 2 of them are still playing. Yeah. I should say 2 benched, 1 lost for the year, 2 playing.
Well, like I said, we'll get into that and explain a little bit more of that. It was just kind of something we stumbled across today, and we're like, oh, what about this? Oh, what about that? That's the factor. So Khan's plan may have some curves in it.
Oh no.
Yeah. He's probably putting pen to paper right now.
Right now, figuring out, this might not work out. So we're gonna have to reevaluate the situation. But more coming Thursday night. Anyhow, guys, hey, good to get together with you. Appreciate you guys, Steeler Nation. We'll get by it together like we always do. Careful in the hot tub, guys.
We'll get by with little.
Check back next week into the Steelers realm.